Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? We're going to talk about the timestamp and gap code. We had just gone through a few days on the Twitter of just the text messages of President Trump's 22088. We've been talking about the timestamp and gap code on how QDrop 505 talks about 0, 1, 5, 10, 15. On Friday, we started this with a 0 of the timestamp on the Pacific Coast. Saturday, there was another message that came in that did the gap of -1. Sunday came in with another message that we used -5. Today, another message came in. We used the message of -10. Tomorrow, we're going to be using the message of -15. The code, I apologize, the code of 15. Correct? Now, if we take the timestamp of the Friday message and the timestamp of the Monday, and we take the time difference, timestamps and gap code. The time difference between the tweet, text, on Friday and the text on Monday has a time difference of 74 hours and 50 minutes. Doesn't matter what time zone you're in, 74 hours and 50 minutes. That's the timestamp. Gap is -1, which gives us 74:49. Timestamp and gap code. Code is third is first. Timestamp, gap, -1, and code. Code. Third is first. We take the third number, 1, 2, 3, and put it in the first position. That is 4749. We're going to go to QDrop 4749, and every single person has a choice to make. It's not like you have to have a choice to make. You make a choice every single day of your life. Every single moment in your life, you're always making choices. Is it about good or bad? Is it about light or dark? Is it about confusion or clarity? Is it about humanity or is it about yourself? Is it yin or yang, good or bad? Are they your thoughts or are they being controlled by someone else? We can play this game all day long. What I want to do is we're going to go and look at QDrop 4749. Every single person has a choice to make. You can play along with the narrative because it's easy. You can blame others for everything because it's easy. Or you can take responsibility for your own actions and the way things are and stop blaming others. It's completely up to you. In the timestamp and gap code, I have one more question to ask you. Because are time stamps important, and do timestamps correlate to the Q board? It's just a very simple question to ask if you're following along with Q. For any Q channeler that sits there and says they follow Q and refuses to talk about timestamps is a fraud. They are shills. They do not have your best intentions. It's basic elementary, Watson. Ask Jeopardy. A man can go up against a computer and win. It's been proven over and over and over and over again. A computer learns from man. Man does not learn from a computer. But unfortunately, in our witchcraft time and era, man goes and looks at witchcraft internet for the truth. And that's not where it's at. I have one more question to ask you in the timestamp and gap code. What is the timestamp on the very last Q drop? On the very last Q drop that was ever put out, and if timestamps are important, what was the last timestamp on the very last Q drop? And why do people refuse to talk about timestamps or Q drop 505? If you want to learn how to read Q drops like a map, because, well, that's what Q says. That's what the Q drops ask you to do. They don't sit there and say to go watch and follow 107, a cowboy boot. A cowboy boot. You guys are following a cowboy boot that repeats the news and repeats the same stuff over and over. What a joke. You can read Q drops like a map. Here's a little clue. The very last Q drop that was ever dropped has a timestamp of 505. Well, best of luck on your journey on trying to understand Q. God bless America, and God bless everybody that thinks for themselves instead of just follows blindly anonymous people. Anonymous. Is it getting old yet, following anonymous people? 107. What an anonymous joke. Cowboy boot. Cowboy boot. Cowboy boot. Just talk about something different. And I haven't even listened to you. I guess I shouldn't be saying this because I don't listen to you, so I don't know what you talk about. But every time I ever see anything about you on your 5 or 10 second clips, you're just repeating the same thing that you talked about 5 years ago with your darn cowboy boot. I hope you have the best intentions for the world instead of just deceiving people on just keeping them lost. I don't know why I turned this absolutely into you, 107, as a personal attack against you, but I just find the Q community to be completely lost, and the people that are following Q are looking for the truth, and the big channels in Q refuse to talk about some of the things that would help break free from people following the news and internet and social media. They would be able to do their own research and do it on their own. Ah, geez. Welcome back, Greg.